Y&R spoilers, Claire's DNA secret unravels, Cole's risky move to expose truth. Summary: in the latest Young and the Restless spoilers, tensions rise as Claire's DNA secret becomes a focal point for Cole and Victoria. Faced with the uncertainty of Claire keeping her word, Cole takes matters into his own hands. He embarks on a covert mission to Jordan's lake house, stealing Claire's personal items for a DNA sample. As the lab rushes to confirm the results, the Newmans grapple with the potential revelation of Claire's true identity. Meanwhile, the Abbotts devise a plan to take down Tucker, adding another layer of drama to the unfolding Y&R storyline. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Cole steals Claire's toothbrush and hairbrush for DNA sample, helps Victoria get fast lab results. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Cole Howard will take matters into his own hands as he works to find out the real story. Jordan's baby theft claims have created a burning question of whether Claire Grace is really Cole and Victoria Newman's biological child. Although Claire agreed to provide a DNA sample if Victoria and Cole got her a good lawyer, they can't trust her to keep her word under the circumstances. Claire hasn't given Cole and Victoria a reason to have faith in her yet, so they'll need a backup plan. Of course, Y&R spoilers say Victoria and Cole's impatience will be another reason why they'll take an alternate route. Cole and Victoria realize they've potentially been separated from their daughter for decades, so the idea of waiting any longer for the truth will be torture. Victoria will hate the thought of ever stepping foot back inside Jordan's lake house of horrors, so Cole will volunteer to go back there. The goal will be for Cole to get his hands on some of Claire's personal items so that they can run a DNA test with or without her cooperation. Once Cole takes a quick trip back to Oregon, he'll return with Claire's toothbrush, hairbrush and some other key items that could have her DNA on them. Cole will hope that he's got enough for the lab to get an adequate sample and confirm the news about Claire one way or another. It'll be interesting to see how Claire reacts to Cole's sneaky move. When Claire finds out they didn't trust her to keep her word and hand over a DNA sample herself, she may be saddened yet not surprised. However, Claire may ultimately approve of whatever gets them the truth sooner since she'd like some answers herself. The lab will put a rush on these DNA results, so Victoria and Cole may have them by the time they meet back up with Claire. Unless there's some manipulation behind closed doors, the DNA results should be all set to confirm Claire is indeed Victoria and Cole's long-lost child. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire, Cole and Victoria will have to figure out what their messed-up family unit will look like moving forward, so stay tuned for updates on their complex next chapter. CDL's where you want to be or sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, so drop by often for more Y&R drama. Danny romances Christine as Michael gives Phyllis advice, and Tucker's game plan is exposed. At the Abbott mansion, Diane, Jack, and Billy tell Jill it has to be all of them against Tucker. If they work together, they are unstoppable. Jill cackles that it's about time, when we hit him it's got to be painful, relentless, and something he can't recover from. She knows exactly what will hurt him the most. They discuss the cosmetics firm, Glissade, that Ashley and Tucker bought together. Diane thought he'd abandoned that to focus on Jabot, but Jill reports that he's been funneling money into it. Jack muses, of course he has. Oh God, why didn't I see this? This is his plan. He's not just creating turmoil for kicks and giggles, this is carefully curated chaos. He doesn't want to own Jabot, he wants to destroy it from the inside out. They all rant about him being a bastard and the need to stop him. Jill wonders if he's going to come for Chancellor after Jabot. Jack declares they have to render Glissade worthless. Jill wants to hit him with a great big stick. Billy argues that they already have a weapon to take him down. At the club, Mamie thinks Tucker looks like a man who has revenge on his mind. He claims the idea of revenge isn't so sweet to him anymore. Ashley appears by the door and spots them as Tucker tells Mamie, as satisfying as the idea of total annihilation was for a while, and how it helped me sleep at night, I find myself obsessed with the idea of building something new. He thinks it's time for him to be more productive and put something good out into the universe. Ashley sidles up and says she'll believe that when she sees it. Mamie assures Ashley she's not taking the man at his word, which is worth less than nothing. If he does decide to direct his energy towards something positive, it will remain to be seen. Mamie warns she's protective of her family, and if he's not telling the truth, he should start saying his prayers. Tucker smirks. Mamie leaves and Ashley sits with Tucker. He tells her his new path to productivity and positivity heavily involves her. Ashley wonders what part she could possibly play in his future. Tucker says she encouraged him to pursue Glissade. He's making better choices now and is cultivating a sense of purpose. Ashley knows that look and says he wants to conquer the world. Tucker has plans and they begin with Glissade. Ashley guesses he wants to buy her 50% of the company. Tucker confirms that his lawyers are drafting a generous offer. She narrows her eyes. What are you up to? Tucker fumes that she just can't believe he's changing his ways. Daniel opens his apartment door to Danny, who has grocery bags in his hands, and asks if there's anything going on there tonight. Daniel updates him on the wildfire and Lily going to be with her child. Nothing is more important. Danny produces flowers and Daniel quips, "You shouldn't have." He asks what snacks his dad brought and if they're going to crack a couple of cold ones and watch the game. Danny replies that this is awkward, he's come to borrow his kitchen for a couple of hours. Daniel's stoked to hear that he's going to make his renowned pasta sauce. Danny explains that he's not making it for him, but for Christine. Daniel asks, "Is this a date?" At Crimson Lights, Phyllis spots Christine, who says she was looking to have a quiet moment alone with her tea. Phyllis fishes to find out if there's any truth to the rumor that she's vacating the D.A.'s office. Christine says it boggles her mind that Phyllis thinks what she does is any of her business. Chris asks, "Why are you prying?" Phyllis insists it's just interest in a fellow human. Christine tells her whatever she's up to, she really doesn't like it much. Phyllis has just noticed that she and Danny have gotten closer. Chris asks why that concerns her. Phyllis says if she's part of his life, then she's part of her son's circle and her life. She's trying to be okay with it. "Your secret is safe with me, but are you becoming closer with Danny?" Christine isn't willing to discuss it with her. Phyllis needles about ripping off the band-aid of her failed marriage to Paul and her remarkable ability to move on. Christine says her relationship with Danny is none of Phyllis's business. Phyllis snarks, "Oh, so it is a relationship." Christine realizes she's jealous and let her know that Danny's cooking her a homemade dinner tonight. Phyllis guesses he's making his pasta sauce and tells Chris, "Bon appetit." At Daniel's place, he tells his dad that it's time they had the talk. Danny sighs, "Let's get this over with." "What do you want to know?" He explains that he and Christine have been getting closer since she got back with Portugal. She's had a tough time with her breakup and he's been there for her as a friend. Daniel smirks, "So this is just pasta with a pal." Danny admits they've kissed. This is moving in a really nice direction. Daniel, laughing, relents on him using the kitchen and the jazz lounge. Phyllis sits stewing alone. She texts Summer to meet her for a drink, but she's too busy and can't come. Phyllis texts Daniel next. He doesn't reply, but Michael walks up, "Buy you a drink, gorgeous?" He sits and tells Phyllis that when she was dead he would have given his left foot to sit with her for 5 minutes. Now, here she is and he can't even get her to talk. She accuses him of abandoning her. Michael complains about having to drag himself to the other end of the globe to clean up after Gloria. Phyllis tells him it's difficult for her when he's not there because no one understands her. He realizes she's lonely. "Talk to me." In the dining room, Ashley talks about the potential of Glissade. Tucker thinks she wants it now because he wants it. Ashley thinks it needs her and the support of Chabot to survive. Tucker feels he can do it if he gives it time and attention. I can turn it into gold. At the Abbott mansion, Billy explains that they can use the truth to take down Tucker. He tells Jill about the cover-up involving his artist and underage girls. They can take that to the board of Glissade and he'll be done. Jill is thrilled and asks where they start. Should they take it to the press? Jack wants to discuss it with Ashley first. He pulls out his phone to contact her. Diane says that in the meantime they need to keep Tucker distracted. Jill will take care of that and beams, this is going to be fun. After Jill's told them the bare bones of her plan, Jack questions if she can convince Tucker she's sincere. Billy notes she's not the best at concealing her emotions. Jill has been playing this game for a lot longer than McCall has. Jack needles her about trying to poach Billy from Chabot. Jill would like him working with her because he's her son and she wanted to build something important and durable with the person she's poured her soul into. Isn't that what you want, Jack? Jack nods, more than you know. At the club, Tucker is irked that Ashley can't let him have the company. You have everything you could possibly want. Ashley isn't going to change her mind and sell him half the company, it's nothing personal. Tucker supposes he'll have to fight her for it then. In the jazz lounge, Phyllis tells Michael she's trying to be good but she isn't sure how much more she can take. Everyone sees her as a pariah or a ticking time bomb, and her kids hate her. Michael reminds her that even though she stayed out of prison, she has to pay for what she did. Phyllis asks why he's smiling. Michael remembers a time when she had given up. You actually want to be better, not because of them, but because of you. My best friend is growing up. They crack up. Phyllis tells him, you know one thing I don't get is karma. I guess this is my karma. I hate karma. I know I'm not perfect, but I do not understand why it is that Diane and Christine get to move on. I'm suffering but they are being forgiven and they are happy. They get love. Why can't I get nice things too? Why can't I have someone who looks at me, who believes in me, who supports me and trusts me and loves me? I deserve that. Daniel lets Christine into his apartment and she gushes that it smells so good in there, it brings back good memories. Daniel teases that his dad never cooks like this for him. He makes an excuse and leaves her and Danny alone. Danny emerges from the kitchen and grins, you are right on time. At the Abbott mansion, Billy tells the others he will find out everything he can about Glissade. He wonders if Ashley might have a plan of her own. Just then, she appears and muses, well, I'm always up to something, aren't I? She asks what plan they all want to discuss, Glissade? In the jazz lounge, Michael makes Phyllis drink water and then tells her that one can never achieve enlightenment by hating others' happiness. You can't compare your journey to other people's. Your path is your path and what you've got to do is keep your eyes forward, do good, and put more love into people's lives. That love will be rewarded. Phyllis would like to believe that. Michael points out she avoided prison and her debts are paid. She has a second chance and should do something with it. Phyllis will work on beautifying her life, you are brilliant. With that, they toast to I and Daniel's apartment. Christine tells Danny the meal was perfect. He gushes across the table to her in doublespeak about adding the right ingredients to make something incredible. Christine marvels that you can tweak things, but it's still the same, just better. Danny asks her to wait 1 second. He puts on music and pulls her into his arms to slow dance and kiss Diane his sweet. Tucker tells his lawyer to parse through the Glissade agreement with Ashley and find a way to kick her to the curb so he's sole owner. Make it happen because you and I both know that I can find someone who will. At the Abbott mansion, Ashley tells Jack and the others that Tucker wants her half of Glissade. She realized he's up to something. He wants it bad. She thinks he wants to use it as a wrecking ball against Jabbo. Jack and Diane tell her that Jill is working with them and they have a plan to shut Tucker down once and for all. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.